to another episode of our podcast. I'm Lisa.
I'm Jeremy.
And today we are going to be talking about business and work ethic. So we have a long list of notes that we would like to share with you guys and hopefully inspire you. So recently we kind of started a business venture that we'll talk to you guys a little bit more in depth a little later in the podcast. But for now, we thought we'd talk about our past education and work experience to kind of give you guys a little background info, on us and kind of how we started off.
Yeah.
So Jeremy will go first.
Yeah, I'll go first. So when I was a kid, I was homeschooled all of my school years until college, and my mom taught us, and with me and my 5 siblings, I'm the oldest of 6 kids. Good time with her and good time with my family. My first job was electrician, apprentice, but that job it's okay before I go to college, and I work for hardwood floors, like put huge gym floors in the schools or college. We do the huge gym floors, big floors around Northwest and of the U.S. After that, I go to my college, Northwest University in Kirkland by Seattle, and I stay there for 4 years. Good experience, and I got my bachelor's degree with business management and also focus on international business too. So good time in there. And after that, my first job, I found some guy. He's a business owner, but he was starting off new projects of his. It's like a survival jacket and like a rain jacket, but it also it would turn into a little sleeping bag and a little tent over your head, and it's pretty cool. So I helped him to design it. I found out a supplier to make it. It's a pretty cool experience. I love starting with that, and good experience. And I get involved too with some guy in LA. So I was help him start his own business or not in LA. They call it LA Game Tours, and it's a crazy name. I have a lot of fun and work with them and create the project. More than my jetpack. I love that job too, but I really enjoy that. And but it's a big project. That project in LA. A lot of like naysayers and why you do that? Well, good luck with that. Like a lot of people sometimes are negative.
Yeah.
And some of I hear on the pretty negative to me, and but not hold me back.
Well, can you explain a little bit like what that job entailed? Like what was LA Gang Tours?
My friend in LA, he was an ex-gang member, but now he provides food in some the projects in LA, and the families there, they know him well, and they invite him to come to their area. You have some idea, maybe make a bus tour around LA to see some history and some real sites, gangs, and so that they can see it in person.
Mm-hmm. So like the Hollywood tours of the celebs' homes, but gangs.
Yeah, same idea. But he's really good terms on like every gang member over there.
I didn't know that part of it.
Yeah. So they have permission to ask the gang members to drive our bus around their neighborhood, and they say, yeah, no problem, you're not that bus never got touched. And they're the top gang leaders. They tell us that. and it's pretty cool. But I know about business, and my friend, LA, I help him to make his business plan, and I try to help him create his tour. But it's a lot of I see some people that really encouraging people, um, and that also they met Jack back too, and oh man, like good, like do it, and I'm very encouraging people. I met him and I see him and they talk to me, but some people are like pretty negative, and sometimes I'm surprised how much
Negativity.
yeah some I wish, but like a lot of people they don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you make the tour for that at LA Game Tours, or make your own survival jacket. And I tell you, yeah, it's like how you can be like you cannot compete with REI or
Oh, REI,
yeah or Marmot or
North Face.
yeah. It's like yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
My product is different,
Mm-hmm.
and same thing with LA Game Tours, but
I can see people being a little leery of that one, just being maybe dangerous to those who don't know about anything about it. But
yeah,
did people say like it was a stupid idea or?
no, it's not stupid,
Mhm.
but pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised how many encouraging people I met
Mm-hmm.
him too. Like prepared, some people are discouraging.
Yeah.
But a good time doing that.
And what happened? Wasn't there something pretty cool with the LA Gang Tours?
Oh yeah, it's
What happened? It's kind of like
yeah.
the big.
There's when just working on this, the people they read negative to me, and I say, okay, I hear you, but we're still pushing forward. On the 1 year later, we're we're um, we're open, and we do our first tour. A lot of press people,
Mm.
and go there to LA to the tour or the first tour, and good tour, amazing places we see, and I meet a lot of people. Week after next week, I see on our tour in the paper and the news articles, and like I pick up, and I was in Seattle, and I pick up like a famous New York newspaper. Like,
New York Times,
yeah, I think so. Yeah, and the front page, they're talking about war in
Afghanistan.
yeah with Obama, and beside him, LA Game Tours.
You're like,
like
don't
what?
be
The first page on the LA or
New York
that
Times.
yeah. Wow,
That's
it's
pretty
like
cool.
pretty yeah, pretty proud.
Especially
Pretty
being
proud,
across the country to make the front page.
yeah,
The
yeah.
East Coast paper.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
it's a lot of papers in LA, Seattle, a lot of magazines on show on the Cohen like
Oh, really? Fine.
comedy shows. But
Wow.
I'm proud I get take a part. I'm proud I was a part of that,
Mm-hmm.
and so
That's pretty cool to have under your belt.
yeah, I learned a lot of things. Yeah, a good experience.
So all that stuff was used with your business degree, like that degree helped you in those jobs.
Yeah, I do. I use a lot of things I learned in college for starting those businesses, and I after that I make I could make them all different business for the trading on the stock market, and I really got involved in that. Was in a started some online businesses, but I see a lot of failures in my life, my businesses, some successes, but
You don't know if you don't try.
yeah, it's prepared. You will fail.
Mm-hmm.
You start a business, you will fail, but you take your failures to learn. And the good business person, he's always, or she always learning. So I try to use my failures to learn for next time.
And I'm sure all that the negative people or whatever is fuel for the fire for you too, right?
Yeah,
I know that is for me too. It's
either
going to get you down or it's going to
it makes me a lot more tougher. Yeah, it's like mentally, my brain, and it's just mentally tough.
Well, I think if it's something you truly enjoy and you have that passion already, like, I'm going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what anyone says because your mind's already made up. Like, I'm doing this no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I think, what will get you through.
Yeah. So, but after that, I take a break of business. I do some more construction. I get certified with in scuba, and I lead scuba diving tours in Hawaii, and I love that. Some of the time in Hawaii, doing more construction.
Did construction in Hawaii?
Yeah. So,
I learn something new about you every day.
Yeah. So, good times. I love to travel a lot. I think been to like 16 countries now, but 2015, when I was 31, I encountered heart problems. It really slowed me down a lot. Really slowed me down.
Sounds like you had some good years though before that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of experience, got to use your degree and go to college and experience life.
Yeah. So a good experience. You want to tell about your college or schooling and your experiences?
Yep. So I went to a small high school in Aritzia and got a graduating class of 30 people. But yours was smaller.
Yeah.
I can't really brag about that.
Three other people.
And weren't they all girls?
Well, 2 girls, 1 guy.
Okay.
And just me, like having up 4. But it's like the homeschool, where our family is in a bigger group, so we, but we're all homeschooled.
Gotcha.
Yeah, pretty small school.
Yeah, I thought I was from a small school. So yeah, graduated high school, and I knew very early on what I wanted to do, and that was go into architecture. I did not want to be an architect because I do not have the patience to go to school for 7 years and then work as an apprentice and all that. So Spokane Community College had an architecture program. So I went there for 2 years and I got my Associate of Applied Science in Architectural Technology. And I loved that. Ever since I was little, I would like draw out houses like on the sidewalk with chalk or just build Legos all the time. So that was like my passion. And after college, then I got my first job 3 months later at an architecture firm in Spokane as a draftsman. And I did that for a little bit. And I had like no experience. That was the one kind of weird thing in my college is it's a community college, so you get people of all ages there. And I was this young girl out of high school, filled in a classroom full of middle-aged men who had like previously been in construction. So it's not that college experience everyone else has, but it's fine. I still enjoy going to class and it was fun. So I was really inexperienced. I just knew I had a passion and a desire for that. So my first job was at a firm, and I worked with 2 other people that I can't remember. I think they went through the same program, but not at the same time as me. And my boss had hired me and then fired me on my 90-day trial period.
Oh, yeah.
So after 90 days, they have to pay you benefits. And I was like, oh, that was convenient, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I kind of knew that was coming, but it was a good foot in the door. After that job, I went to work for a patent drafting firm in Spokane, drafting up people's inventions. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Nothing I had ever done before. I had used AutoCAD, which was still the same program, but that was a really fun job and great people to work for. It was really fun. I did that, and then I ended up moving down to Boise area to Meridian for a summer and worked at another architecture firm down there. But that business was only a year old. And that I just didn't feel like that was my place to be. It was just really new, and I found out they ended up closing down like 6 months after I left.
Oh,
So probably not even open 2 years. But so yeah, that's kind of what I did after college, and then when I had got married, I was a stay-at-home mom and ended up doing this, like opening up an Etsy store, selling hand-painted signs. I did that for 3.5 years. And that was just kind of to make some money on the side and just something to do at home. But my boys were so little and it was very time consuming. So it was fun getting all the orders in, but then having to actually make the signs and go to Home Depot and get the wood and all the hard work and shipping and packing, everything was really tough. And I ended up just getting so busy that I just got tired of it. I was like, it's fun, I enjoy it, but my kids are so little and they need me, and I just needed to be their mom. So that was kind of my first taste in like doing something for myself or like owning my own little business. And I wish I had the stats to go back and look at that. But I do remember I had over like 1,000 sales. It was a good chunk of money I would get every month. That was just fun experience. And same thing, like I kind of had a couple people not be mean, but just like Etsy so saturated and wood signs were so popular at that time.
Yeah.
Like 2012, 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't care. Like, I like this. I like the designing part of it. And if I make money, great. And if I don't, then I don't. But like, why not?
Yeah.
And I ended up being successful, and I had some signs in a couple stores around town. I sold some in my aunt's store, a little mercantile store. So yeah, that was fun, and I don't know, I learned a lot about running your own business and having good customer service. And that was one thing that I think I was really good at, like getting those 5-star reviews. And just, I'm the kind of person that I don't have 10 tabs open on my phone like some people. That drives me nuts. I'm like one at a time.
Yeah.
And so if somebody calls me or texts me, I can't just leave those sitting in my phone. I have to look at it. Yeah. And if I don't have time to respond, I have to swipe it away. I can't have that sitting there as a notification. So I think that's where my good customer service comes in, is because I'm very quick to reply because I don't like it sitting there. Anyway.
Yeah.
After Etsy, what did I do? In 2016, my ex-husband and I, but we started an escape room, and that was kind of the thing, this trend that was coming through at that time. And Spokane had a couple of them, and Coeur d'Alene and Post Falls had 0. And so we had went and played an escape room, and they had actually been open for like over a year, and I had never heard anything about it. And I think my sister, Amber, and Nick went to go play one. So my ex, my mom, and my dad and I went and played one and loved it so much. And we just thought, hey, why not open one? My ex-husband had his own like painting business at the time, and I was still a stay-at-home mom, had quit Etsy. So we went and played an escape room, and I'd say like a month and a half later opened our very first escape room. Oh. So that was my first taste of starting a business from scratch. I mean, like bringing a business plan in front of the city council to vote on whether or not you should have a business. Yeah. So we did that, and we had to like go out with a realtor and find a place to lease. And there's a lot to it, but you learn by just doing it. Yeah. Like I don't have a business degree. I have no idea how to do any of that. But you just kind of do the research and figure it out. Yeah. That was really fun. So in December 2016, we had opened this escape room. So my part in that was we leased this building. It was two different offices. We cut out the wall in between and joined the two offices. And we had two working rooms at that time. And so my husband at the time, his job was to like install all the cameras and paint and kind of build things for the room. And my dad built some things for his room. And my job, like I designed our logo, I did our website. Yeah, I had a lot of the design aspect of it and the creating thing because I have that creative brain. So one of my rooms was like a pirate themed room. And so I had to figure out the whole part of an escape room, by the way, if you don't know what one is. Uh, you go into a room, you're locked in a room with like a group of, I don't know, up to 6 people or more. And you have to solve puzzles and do different things to get out of that room, and you have an hour to do it. So it's a really fun, like team building, date night. They're just so fun. I don't know. So what I got to do was kind of just be my own boss and say, all right, here's how we get out of the room. That's the objective. But how do I make this last an hour so that 2 people, 4 people, 6 people can go into a room? And I had to we had to do this beta testing and, have people come in and play this room and see how long it took them. Some people get it, some people don't. There's a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
But just being my creative mind, like I liked doing that and coming up with all that stuff. So I guess early on in my life and throughout my life, I had a lot just that creative bug in my brain, and also like loving to draw and stuff. That's just something in me that's always been a part of me that I love. So a challenge, anything creative is fun for me, and
yeah, you're pretty creative.
which leads us to. I'm sorry, were you talking good things about me? Carry on.
Yeah.
Continue.
Well, look, your drawings. It's amazing drawings. Man, still impressed with drawings. Just pencil. Mm-hmm. It's like, wow.
I always liked to sketch when I was little, but I don't know, like I draw things for school, and my mom, always told me like, oh no, it's like really good for however old I was. Yeah. But then like 2016, 2017, I started drawing and watching YouTube videos, and then just kind of taught myself how to be better. And I'm still up there. I have not had time to draw because we've been so busy with other stuff. Yeah. But it's more of just like a release for me. So
yeah, you're pretty.
Wait, and now I keep talking. So all of that escape room. We went through our divorce during that time, and so I still ended up running the escape room, and he just did his business. The way that our custody worked, I had the boys during the week, and he had them on the weekend so that I could work, which I did not like that setup at all. However, I just kind of got to the point of just not caring about anything anymore, and I didn't want to be working on the weekends. Mm-hmm. And I was like, now I'm like single, and that's not what I want to be doing, sitting there. So I just kind of let that close itself out, and ended up now working in a screen printing company that I've been at since 2019.
Yeah.
I just kind of walked in one day and was like, hey, I just need a steady paycheck. I can't do this commission thing and pay the rent on my house plus the overhead at that place. They gave me a job, and I've been there since.
Yeah.
That was a very long explanation of my life. Piece of water. Yeah. So, yes. Now where are we at in our life?
Well, the beginning of 2024 in January, watched a lot of YouTube, and I found some guy on YouTube. This young guy, and he sees running his own Etsy shop. He's selling different designs for shirts or copy blogs or random items, but I listened to him, and he's make money, good amount of money on his Etsy shop, and I watched more videos of him, and on some girl too, like her name's Cassie. She do the same thing, and maybe something up with this. All right, so I show Lisa. She's run her own Etsy shop before, and also she's very creative, and so we look at it together, and you just run with it, and on top of it.
So. Well, so you had kind of done the research, and he was like telling me about this, like, oh, we should, you should start this Etsy store and for T-shirts or whatever. And I was kind of like, I don't know. Like, I didn't really want to just because I was, I don't know, just felt like we were kind of busy as it was. And
Like job now
uh-huh.
and teachers, the designs, what they look like,
Yeah.
the decals, and the whole process, and like you're ahead than most other people.
But I was just like, I don't want to have to figure out how to do this. It sounded complicated, to be honest. So I was just like, no. But what it is it's print on demand. So it's we don't have to keep inventory. All we do is design the shirts. Another company prints them and ships them to the customer. And so being on Etsy before, that was when the platform was like basically homemade. Everything, like you couldn't sell something if you did not hand make it yourself. And so now it's changed to where you can do this print on demand stuff. So once you kind of did the research and showed how to link the little company to Etsy, and I'm a visual learner, so I have to actually like do the process to understand it. And once I did it, I was like, okay, it clicked, and I'm like, okay, I can do this. And we use Canva as our design platform. So I go in there and they have, logos you can use. But you have to make it your own. So you can't just plop one down and call it good. So there is time that it takes to do all that. But yeah, I was hesitant at first. But then like you said, like you're in the business of screen printing.
Yeah.
The stuff. And what's funny is I started watching the YouTube videos that you were showing me of these successful Etsy shop owners doing print on demand, whether it's shirts, bags, cups, hats, whatever they're selling.
Yeah.
And listening to these, and they say it takes so much time in the beginning to create your store, and a lot of people don't see any success. I mean, it could be 6 months in before they see anything.
Yeah, or longer.
So they said you just have to stick with it. And some of the things they talked about, like what people do is they'll put up maybe 30 items and then just say, okay, my store's open, and kind of share it with people. But when you think about it, 30 items really isn't a lot. It doesn't get that visibility out there.
Yeah.
And you were really adamant about that. You're like, we have to list a lot to be seen. And you're like, these people have like thousands of designs. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I can't do it. Like, I'm not creative mindset like you. And like, I'm not make you work, but if you want to do this, right? I'm sure, but my own advice.
Yeah.
And yeah, you do. Like,
but I'm glad you did, because I actually do enjoy it. That's one of the things. It's like, I love my job. I go to my job, but it's also mentally exhausting, physically exhausting, because I'm doing shipping and receiving. That's like my main thing. So every time FedEx comes, or not FedEx, UPS, I'm unboxing all the shirts. I'm laying them out. I'm having to fold them up at the end of the job after they're printed, sort them, box them. There's so much to it. It doesn't sound like it would be a stressful job. It's only stressful when it's busy. But other than that, it's really chill. It's really fun, I guess, is like the fact that I know what the shirts are.
Yeah.
We get like the brands that they're selling on Etsy. I know what the popular brands are, what shirts are good, what colors are kind of popular. Yeah. But what we design for at my work is like schools and businesses who have established logos. And it's not designed like on Etsy. I get to design what I want to design.
You want to talk about your design a little bit, or?
So, well, when I started working, at the screen printing shop, I was working in the back, and then I kind of was like, well, I'm kind of interested in learning the design aspect of it. So I went up front, and they let me kind of teach myself graphic design and the program that I needed to use, and so I did that and was able to help out with that for a little bit. But then, yes, with Etsy now, like our store, like our niche, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
So one of the things they said was pick something that you enjoy, something that you enjoy designing for. Because if you're going to just dive into like 8 different things, you're not going to be 100% focused on each of those things.
Yeah.
So we went t-shirts, and our niche is like outdoors. So mountains, all outdoor sports and things like that reflects.
Yeah, they go like deeper the niche, but we're trying to focus on outdoor. But yeah,
Yeah, because some people, I mean, they might do like dig into every holiday and kind of sub niche out their designs and stuff, and if that works for them, that's great. But I'm sticking with this for now.
Yeah,
and seeing how it works.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're doing good.
What that looks like basically is we opened our store in March. Well, it opened in March, but we didn't start like adding to it to like the 10th. I think it was March 10th. So as of yesterday, I think that was actually 2 months that we've been officially open. Where was I going with that?
So our store is brand new, 2 months old.
I was going to say every day after work, I come home. And if the boys have their homework or, they have their downtime, I will try to bust out at least 10 designs a day. Sometimes like a lot more. But like right now, I think today I did like 43 that I'm going to be putting up soon. So I'm kind of getting in this rhythm that's helping us get more designs out there quicker. So yeah, it's just getting in that mindset, getting going.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time to work on that, the first off, and stick with it. And it takes time, like months go by, and you can't give up, like 2 weeks, no results.
Well,
wait.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it takes time, and some months.
There's like the algorithm, Betsy. It has to find your items. You have to give that time.
Yeah, so it takes time, but listen to other people. They're doing the same system as you. You do it, and it takes time, but be consistent.
Consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're just learning about this now, this year. But
well, a lot of the things that I hear, like Cassie and these other beauty people talk about, is like they started their shop in the pandemic, which people will say, "Oh, that's why you're successful because no one had anything else to do but shop online." But she made a good point and said everyone has said that Etsy is saturated, and they've been saying that for the past 10 years, which is so true because everybody said that when I started my business.
Yeah.
And I was still successful. So it's just about like somebody likes your shirt or your product, whatever it is, and buys it. And I mean, it's just a ripple effect. So there are millions of Etsy sellers out there, and a lot of them are successful, even in the same niche. So I'm not letting anybody tell me otherwise. I don't care.
Yeah, we learned about our past experiences. Some people, they are negative, and we see it in our own lifestyle when they discouraging you.
Yeah.
But
like, why would you do that? That's dumb. You're never going to make it.
Everyone has their own opinion. You're doing this, and you are. But like for us, we're talking about we could start this business, and I can't really do the design work, like nothing, but I can help my wife out, like household stores.
Yeah, sometimes you'll make dinner in the middle of
something. Or some laundry, but
what I like about that too is you sit on your computer and you can do your stuff, and we're working like together side by side.
Well, I'm not working on a store.
Not on the store, no, but like just helping the boys with their coloring books and stuff.
Yeah.
But we're both being productive together.
Yeah. We're pretty excited about this store. You tell yourself, let's give this 1 year, and we'll evaluate ourselves in 1 year. So next March, if it's doing good, keep going forward. If not, we can also not fail, but you can pivot to go a different direction. A lot of business people, they do that.
But the great thing about this too is no money down to start. Like, I mean, we pay like $15 a month for Canva Pro, which you get way more features.
Yeah.
And Ezekiel's using it for his YouTube channel, and it's worth it.
Yeah. We're charging for nothing or really almost zero down for start a business or something for more income for us, and we just
It's good because like we're just doing this we're not banking on it to survive. This is just something fun for us to do. Like same with the podcast. But if the Etsy store takes off, awesome. And if it
Yeah.
doesn't, okay.
It's just time.
It's just,
but
yeah.
Yeah.
One cool story though about Cassie that I just had you watch with her store. She opened it, and a lot of these Etsy sellers that I listen to on YouTube have no design experience. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, they come from just like they lost their job in the pandemic, and so they're like, "Oh, what's this? I'll start this print on demand business."
Yeah.
And they found success. So I'm like, if they can do it, and I have more knowledge in the Etsy world or more knowledge in the design world, feels like I have a little leg up in the competition.
Yeah.
But if it's God's will,
Yeah.
we'll succeed. But yeah, the great part about going into this, like you just said, is not throwing money down. So if it does flop for whatever reason, we haven't lost anything. Oh, but Cassie's story that I was going to tell you, she made a shirt and she said one day her phone, so it makes a cha-ching sound every time you get a sale, and her phone was going off, like she said, 600 times in 48 hours. And she's like, my gosh, what is happening? And reached out to one of her customers and said, thank you for your purchase. Can I ask like how you found my store? And the girl said that someone on TV on a Netflix show bought Cassie's shirt and shared it to her Instagram. It just totally went viral like that. And so 600 people bought it.
Yeah.
So like anything can happen.
Yeah.
But you just have to go for it and like not listen to those negative people. Like they don't know what's the future holds for you with that. So we're really excited and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
That's fun. So yeah, we've had like 11 sales so far, which is not a lot, but it's a lot more than most people get in 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, pretty hopeful. If you want to show this.
Yes. So if you guys will put our link to our Etsy shop in the description, but also we made these handy dandy QR codes, window static clings for our vehicles. So here's free marketing right here. And you're driving around.
Yeah.
And stuck in traffic. Everyone's got their phone on them. So I thought, why not?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we're this year we're pretty focused on pay off some debts. We're doing that now. Which it's May. We see some progress with our debts are paid off, and we're continuing to do that the rest of the year, maybe next year too. But if the shop be custom, they'll speed it up. That so we're pretty excited.
Yeah,
the shop and this year, a good year.
And it's been fun too. Like Ezekiel will jump in and help me out. Like the other day, he came over and sat on my lap and helped me design some stuff. And
yeah, he's pretty good with Canva.
He is.
Man, he's like 12 years old.
He's like, I know how to do this. Let me do it. He like creates all the thumbnails for his YouTube videos. He's so good. I want to hire that kid.
He's pretty creative like you.
He gets it then from me, I guess. So yeah, we're just still, keeping God and our family first. You can still be productive and do different things and still keep your family first. So we just we have our priorities, I think, lined up. But also the boys are older. They're self-sufficient. They don't need me every 5 minutes. So, well, actually now maybe they do because Corbin broke his leg. Our oldest broke his leg. Like what, a week ago? Almost 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now it's in a cast.
Yeah.
6 weeks.
Yeah. So Corbin has his broken leg. Isaiah has one leg. Easy because diabetes.
So we just have those 3 things going on. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
But now Corbin's like, he's pretty good he just kind of gets up and does things himself.
Yeah.
He did manage to knock the clock off our wall and break it with his head because he was hopping, trying to get his backpack.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's been fun, but so they still do kind of need me. But yeah, what else? So I guess just our takeaway from this podcast is, if you're starting a business or want to start a business, keep going and you have to put that hard work in. You can't. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Don't compare yourself to other people and their success.
No.
You can use it as motivation, but if you sit there and let people tell you like it's not going to fail, it's too saturated or whatever the case, you're just going to get get in your head and be negative, and
Yeah.
don't go there.
You can't listen to other people talk about you.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. So everyone has their own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You have yours. So you.
But hopefully, like that kind of stuff would fuel people. I don't know. It just really does for me.
Yeah, me too.
Or just even people don't even have to be negative. It's just my just who I am. Where it's like I just want to prove people wrong. Anybody that's maybe silently doubted me, just watch me.
Yeah.
Prove you wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just like a good competition.
Yeah.
I like to win. Yeah. I like what you said about pivoting. If it's not working, try something different, but at least give it a year. Don't just give it 2 weeks and say, this isn't my thing.
Yeah, it takes time.
Everything takes time.
Yeah.
So
hopefully this will encourage you. It takes time and keep going, and just so you guys not alone.
yeah. And you learn some new things about us too. So
Yeah.
yay. All right. Well, you guys have a great week. And this is it's Saturday. So Mother's Day is tomorrow. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Mother's Day.
Anyways, you guys have a great week and we will see you later.
Yep.
Bye.